We have Monday, 21st of March. I'm really happy and appreciate it a lot that you spend your lifetime again with me this morning. Thanks to Admirals that we can do this 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, 8:30 right before the markets open. And thanks to my lovely moderator in the back, Nastia, wonderful, good morning. And thanks for opening this session. And I'm really happy that we can do this every morning. I can share my knowledge and my wisdom and my experience with you. And we can talk about new trading ideas. And for at least, or most important, we can manage our really cool and running trades. So we stream this show live on YouTube at the same time, and you will maybe you look at it, or you check it, or you watch it on YouTube right now, or you check it later. Then you will find a button in the right corner. You can click it. That's subscribe the channel. You can leave a comment if you want. You can give us a like if you want. I'm really happy and I am really glad about this. So on YouTube, good morning, Marcus, Omar, Thomas, OC Relaxation, good morning, Afshin, good morning, Gigi, good morning, Vladimir, Afshin, also. And now let's share my screen on Zoom also. And let's see, where is my Zoom family this morning? I think it's a little bit more style of family. Good morning, Del, Karel, Plummen, Jens, Chiseng, good morning, Rainer, Sigurds, Hartmut, good morning, Ian, Kurt, wonderful, good morning. I hope all of you had a great weekend and a lovely weekend, relaxing, and you could enjoy the sun. I hope you had a good weather there, because here in my hometown, we had a great weather situation, really sunny, really warm. And I used it to drive with my bicycle. Yesterday, a big round, 51 kilometers yesterday. It was really cool. 2 hours, 50 minutes. Okay, I took an ice cream in between. Really cool. So, Mike, wonderful, good morning. So we have top instruments when we trade with Admirals. One of the reasons why you should open a real account at Admirals, because top instruments are Bitcoin, DAX 40, Dow Jones, Euro USD, and gold. Lightning fast execution, low spreads, a toolkit for active day trading. For example, you can trade in MetaTrader 5 and 4 and 5 with the stereo trader. Also, this is possible. So a little bit more, things you can use and for professional trading. So let's see the global market updates. You will find it on admiralmarkets.com/analytics. And the top news this morning, and be aware of the risk note on the bottom of this slide, please, that you are responsible for your own trading. So this is the news from last Friday. Russia's central bank leaves key rate at 20% amid sanctions, of course. And Russia-backed real-time channels broadcast license revoked by UK regulator. Something then, of course, Bank of Japan maintains ultra-easy monetary policy. That what we talked about Monday, last Friday already. So what's on the list for today and for the rest of the week? So Monday is free. And as you can see, the rest of the week, we have just the rate decision on Thursday about the Swiss franc, Swiss National Bank. And that's all for this week. So I guess we can be focused on our charts. Darshan, that's a cool information. Thanks for that. Russian stock exchange opens today. Let's see how long that will open the stocks exchange today. Jenny, wonderful good morning. So, in case you want to be more informed, and let's see about our webinars this week. Let's see. We have on Wednesday, Paul Wallace is talking about why is the US dollar so important in trading FX. This is our next webinar on next Wednesday. So if you want to be a part of it, if you join it, then click the button here on this Education Forex CFD webinars. And more, if you don't want to search for this, the best thing you follow us on Telegram, because Admirals has a Telegram channel and you can follow there. There you can click on the shows and then you are well informed. And we have similar content on Twitter. It's Admirals Global there, and there you can follow also. My name on Twitter is daytrader70. And if you want to have more information about me or my trading style, then this is the homepage dowhow-trading.com. Dowhow is a combination between the Dow theory and the perfect know-how about this. We created these names years ago in 2015. That's Dowhow because it's a wonderful name. We can use it overall, not just only in Germany. We can use it in the rest of the world too. So let's see about our DAX trading. And as you can see, we had, it was possible to have a lot of trades in case you can. Actually, I have too many things to do. Actually, I cannot trade 10 minutes by my own account because I have so many things to do for the moment. I cannot check the charts all the time. So because I have to follow the law of probability, therefore I have to wait until I have time enough to trade 10 minutes again. So let's see, how was it possible? The last downtrend was possible to make an entry in here in the second trend arm on the way down. And it was possible to make partial profits, to trail the stop into the profit. And then you have at least a zero game or a little bit profitable trade. On the next uptrend, you see this one, that was the second trend arm here. There was an entry at the 0.2 possible, and it was also a profitable trading idea. If you trail your stop loss to the last 0.3, then you had a lovely winner. The next chance was here in the second trend arm down, actually also at the 0.2, and you see it was enough space to make partial profits, to trail the stop loss into entry, last 0.3, and then you're fine. So what do we have on the right side of the chart? Yeah, it's interesting. That's a new uptrend. So we have changed even the color. This means it's a correction. Then we have a trend candle to the lower side, which means that is the meaning of the first trend arm. And now we are in a second trend arm again. It's this one. So actually, it's possible to make a stop buy order actually at the 0.2 in case that the price will going up really quick, or you wait until we have the next correction deeper than 38%, which is right now. And then you're waiting for a balance candle, and then you come out of the correction. So which means DAX 10 minutes should be on your watch list for in case you have DAX 40 on your watch list in 10 minutes, and you can afford in this 10-minute chart, because you know, law of probability, never miss a signal. Mike says, I'm in it for the long position. Okay. But whatever kind of strategy you do, I hope you have a back test for it, because actually there was not longer a long, I explained it already. So this is what I can see with my trend following system. So where we are about 10 minutes, be careful because the point of control is still on the lower side. It's here, let's make a mark, 13,874. So actually you're trading away from point of control. So the price is really, really expensive. So if you trade away from point of control, you should have a little bit more closer trade management in case the price will go down to the point of control. Yeah. So if you trade in direction of the point of control, you can be a little bit more generous for your trading or trade management. But if you trade away from a cheaper or expensive price, then you should be a little bit more closer and carefully with your trade management. It's not a part of the rules. Yeah, it's just a kind of orientation and a thing about trade management. So let's come to our focus charts and top instruments. So we start with Bitcoin. And in Bitcoin, you know, we have an open position. The first one was a loser because we trailed the stop loss to cut a possible loss. And now we are in. Again, it's still the second trend arm. As you know, the point of control is still up $47,194 by one Bitcoin, which means there was the next signals. I did it and we sold half the position. We trailed the stop loss into profit. Everything is fine. So why do I have this kind of trade management with a closer stop loss into the profit? Yeah, I can see where I am. I am within the red zone. So which means the price is already fair. So, and okay, we have a higher probability that we can go up to the point of control. But if we go down and they will get me out with my stop loss, then I have a profitable trade and I'm still in the second trend arm and I can open a trend again. This is what I see here in this chart. So then let's go to Dow Jones. And of course in the 4-hourly chart. So in Dow Jones, we have already a trend. And the trend is this one. That's the uptrend. So first trend arm and yeah, that kind of second one. Yeah, kind of second one. So there was two balanced candles, but it was not really a clear signal. And we reached already point 2 again, as I mentioned. Last week, I said we will reach the point of control. And here you see it's another proof how important is the point of control, kind of orientation. You know, we came from the green zone and we hit the point of control exactly. And now I think there is nothing to do for the moment because the next hours, the next periods will be circling around the point of control unless we have a kind of external effect like about the war in Europe, actually, or some other news that will bring a lot of movement into the market. Actually, you should know it's still an uptrend. And if you want to open a position, then in the long position, in long direction, because it's a long trend and you should trend following, and then you follow the long trend. About DAX 40, there is also a long trend, of course, and is this one, first trend arm, second, you know, entry there, latest at the point 2, and then you are profitable. And you know, point of control is up 15,724 euros by one future contract. So if you are still in, maybe it's a good thing to make a partial profit there. Trail the stop loss into profit if you want, because you can be a little bit, or you can stop loss at less 0.3. You can be a little bit more generous with your trade because, you know, point of control is there. And make a mark 15,724, because I'm quite sure we will reach this point of control, because there is one exception when they move the point of control to another price. But then I can see it with an increasing of the volume anywhere, but this is not look like we can expect for the next hours or maybe days. Yeah. So then we have the gold price. Let's see gold. Yes, we have a short in the meantime, which means this is the first trend arm, and that's the second one. And we are still in the second trend arm, which means our point of control is down $1,782 by one contract, and which means we can open a trade on the short side. So let's see about how far the correction is going right now. Okay, we have a close 30, higher than 38%, which means we can open a position here. I think this is a good idea to open a position here. I will do it after the show. So gold, short, second trend arm, don't miss the entry. And then finally, Euro USD, we have an open position already there because, you know, we stick to the rules all the time. We have a second trend arm, a valid trend, second trend arm, entry on the way up. And, you know, point of control is here, 113.20, euro by $1 contract. So cool thing. If you're not in, it's time enough to open a trade still. Yeah. Okay. So now your questions before we come to my running trades. Can we take a look at British Pound USD? I think it looks good for a long position. Yeah, that's true. I have it on my watch list. Yeah, and it's still on my watch list. Actually, we don't have a closed 38, which means I still have my stop sell or stop buy order at the 0.2 in case that in the second trend arm, the trend will continue immediately. So therefore, I have a kind of catastrophic entry order at the 0.2 to speculate on a first breakout. So if we have a deeper correction in the next days or hours or periods, then we can trail the entry closer if we have a balanced candle. But for the moment, yes, it's a trend. And yes, it's a second trend arm. Well done. So entry, stop buy at the 0.2. It's possible. Okay, so this one. And then oil. Okay, let's see the oil price. Do I have an oil price? So energies, yeah, let's see WTI. Yes, in the oil price, there was already a chance because there was a short trend, first trend arm, second entry there. And of course, our point of control is quite far away on the lower side. So now we are on the third trend arm, basically. It was good thing, open trade there, maybe partial profits there. You can trail your stop loss into the profit or at the last 0.3, then you have still a running trade on the short side because the trend will break here at the last 0.3. And now you have on the right side, the correction is running its own trend. Yeah, and this one, so entry was there in case you trade oil on your account and you can do that, then you have an open long position, or it's a hedging position also in kind you have this one. Yeah, then it's cool. The 0.3, the downtrend will break there. You make entry was there roundabout. So, and if you make a partial profit there roundabout, then you are safe because the distance to your partial profits, to your stop loss should be a kind of zero game in worst case, and the price will go higher and higher and will break this trend, then you have a zero game, but you don't miss the entry. And this is the point. So now you have a kind of, how should I say, hedging position with a long, because you don't know which trend will continue finally. Yeah, and this is a good thing. This is about oil. And I was in Euro USD and I got out with profit. Should I enter again? And the question is not should. The question is what tells you the rules. And the rules means it's still the second trend arm. It's still no trend continuation, which means the entry is a duty in case you trade USD and in case you trade 4-hourly chart, then it's still the second trend arm. And if you're a trend follower and this is your rules and that's your rules, then the entry is not a question of should I, it's just, yes, it's the rules. So therefore, calculate your money, that you're completely free of emotions in trading, and then you can do it again. Okay, so next question. It's British pound Australian dollar is also on my watch list. Be careful, it's not a break, it's not a trend break. And maybe now we see a trend reversal here with the new candle of the changing of the color. And the end, yes, the point of control is still on the upper side. We have a lot of space. It's not a break. They are playing with the 0.3. And yes, you can, I have it on my watch list to open a trade. Maybe after I can see a change in the color, maybe I will open a position or a pending order here on the way up. Yeah, therefore I will open a position stop buy order, and of course with the stop loss a little bit lower than the last 0.3. It's enough space to go up. It should on your watch list. So there's a question about Euro Japanese yen. I guess we have an open position. Now, before we come to this, I have the question of the day, Nestia, if you want. And my Monday question is always the same, to make a kind of routine for your mindset. What are your trading goals for this week? Yeah, I will stick to the rules under all circumstances because this is a duty. Follow the law of probability, or I don't want to check my positions more than once per day. So to be honest, if you are trading in daily chart, why should you check your charts during the day? The day is over in the night. So it's enough to check the last time, 10 p.m. or close before you go to bed. And if you trade 4-hourly chart, then we have breaks, 7, 11, 3, 7. 11, 3 in the night, 7. So why you should check your charts during the day? Why? Unless you have to trail a stop loss. So, but if you know, okay, the changing of the break of the candle is 7, 11, 3, 7, 11. So why you should check your charts in between? Why? I'm guilty. I confess. I did it years and years and years. And do you know the result? I always intervened into my trade. Always. I trailed my stop to close. I put it away. I trailed it away. And it was always wrong. So if you have the power and the strength, which is a kind of, if you understand the logic in trading, so don't check your charts unless you have to do it at 7, 11, 3, 7, 11. That's all. 5. Okay. So, and don't get up in the middle of the night. Don't do this. Don't do this. I did it in the past. Absolutely not necessary. Believe me. You get more gray hairs than you want with this stupid behavior. So let's come to our running trades. And we start with Australian dollar, Swiss franc. And you know, if I have a check at the account, I'm really profitable. We are in profit with over 900 euros for the moment. We are on track to bring the account back, which is really, really important. And we will get it until the rest of the year. So Australian Swiss franc, you see, this is trend following. Now we have a new 0.2. We are bit in a correction. We overcame the point of control, and the point of control is round about there, the green rectangle here. And yeah, just let it go. Stop loss is in profit already. You can trail it to the last 0.3. So just let it go. As long as there is no contrary trend that we have to make a hedging position, just let it go. Bitcoin, we talked already, it's still in profit. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, it's exactly the same. Actually, we hit a new 0.2, we create new 0.2. Now we are in a correction. It's no contrary trend. Stop loss is at last 0.3, so just let it go. Euro Japanese yen, really big in profit. We sold already half of the position. Stop loss is the last 0.3. We are trend followers. Just let it go. Euro USD, we talked already. British pound, Swiss franc. This is one of the trades we are in loss for the moment, but Don't be worried, because point of control is here, up at 126.94. So just let it go. Actually, we are in the third trend arm. The stop loss is below the last 0.3. There is nothing to do. Because if we get out, then we have a stop loss, calculated money, everything is fine. And then maybe we will have a break. Then we have to do it again, come back on the watch list. New Zealand Canadian dollar. As I said, we are still in a long position. You see, we have still rising prices, but actually we are in a second trend of short. So therefore, I have, in case that the short will continue, I have my stop sell order here at this price, 0.68, whatever. Here on the picture, you can see it, because there was no trend continuation here. We hit exactly the point of control again. Yeah, and we are still there. So that's the point of control. So, and in case that the price will go down and the red one, which is the corrective trend, will continue, then I am part of it. But I also have my long position in case that the long will continue also. New Zealand Swiss franc, there is nothing to do. We created a new 0.2. Now we are a bit in a correction, over 260 pips in profit. That's really cool. And the last one, oh my gosh, that's really cool. Almost 370 pips in profit. Yeah, and actually we're waiting for a clear trend continuation here. That was just a spike. The market is working around here. The point of control is still on the lower side. Yeah, but yeah, just let it go. If we have a clear close above the last 0.2, then we can trail the stop loss, but we are so deep in profit. Actually, there's really nothing to do for the moment. Just the only reaction is trail the stop loss when we have a clear trend continuation, which means we need a close above this spike. And then we have a clear trend continuation, then you can trail a stop loss. Yeah, or we have a contrary trend in the opposite direction, then we can act too. On the other side, this is a deep understanding of logic, you know. Speculare, it's the Latin word, and means observer, just looking around, nothing to do, not an actor, not intervene. Speculation means watching. In its original meaning of the Latin word speculare, it's a real meaning of watching, not acting. It's not, don't mix it with gambling. Gambling is just whatever you do, guessing. But as a speculator, you are a trend follower. And in the first place, you are an observer. You watch the charts, yeah, to recognize when is my signal, and then you act. This is a one-time thing, yeah. But this is the big challenge. I know, because as human beings, we always used to act. Yeah, we have to things under control, and this is why we do this kind of stupid things in trading. To do really stupid things in trading. This is human behavior. It's normal. So don't be afraid of it. Don't judge blame yourself. It's a learning process. It's a progress. It's a way, and it's a long way. But I can tell you, you will make a lot of wonderful experience on this way if you are willing to invest in your education by watching this show every morning, watching Paul and Jens, my colleagues, or make an education, invest a little bit money in this. And then I can promise you, if you grab the logic in trading, you come to success very, very quickly. And the moment you grab the real logic, I promise you, then you will have a lot of interesting parts. So because I can show you something, for example, so look, this is one of my students. He showed me his result. No, it's a little bit higher. So just a moment. I will show you. because it's there. Not this one. Here we go. I can show you. You see, it's one of my students. He made the course and he is under control of mine. He's one of my coaching students. You see, 18% in profit and close trade 6% in profit. Yeah, this happens. He wrote it here when you stick to the rules and when you let it run. And this is really, really important. And I always get the same results from all my students. The moment you grab the logic in trading, you understand it. This is really cool. So on the watch list for this week, Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, just waiting for a trend continuation short. Australian US dollar, just waiting for a deeper correction. Then we have the second trend arm. Euro New Zealand dollar, just waiting for the changing of the color. Then we can open a trade. British pound Australian dollar, I talked already. British pound US dollar, it's a pending order there. And Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, we are waiting for the end of the correction also. And British pound Australian, New Zealand dollar, I got out because, you know, we had an open position. We had a stop loss here. And now the trend is not broken yet. It's just a game at the 0.3. So don't miss the re-entry in British pound, New Zealand dollar. Maybe a little bit higher, but there's enough space to go up to the 0.2. And of course, point of control is on the upper side. So I will make a re-entry at after 11 o'clock when I see this color will be a balanced candle or a real changing of the color. And then I will open the next position, maybe a little bit higher, around about there. Let's see how the trend, how this candle will be finished at 11 o'clock. This is what I have on my watch list for today or for the rest of the week. So the question of today was, what are your trading goals for this week? So we had 80%, 81%. I will stick to the rules under all circumstances. And we had 19%. I don't want to check my positions more than once per day. So we have a clear result, and I can just confirm and it can support you and encourage you. Please stick to the rules. In whatever kind of rules you use, you don't have the rules. You don't have to use my rules. Oh, not my rules. The rules from Dow Jones and Edward Jones, Mr. Dow and Edward Jones, the Dow rules. So, but there are other strategies. And in the next week, I will introduce you to more strategies. Because, by the way, I don't use more strategies. Yeah, but I know there are a lot of strategies outside there, and I will make you a little bit more familiar with these strategies. And whatever you use for kind of strategies, it's always the same. At the end of the show, you work with probabilities, and you have to follow the law of probabilities. Whatever kind of strategy you use, please stick to the rules under all circumstances. And there is a logical consequence. You know it? That's the trading success. But only if you follow kind of blind the law of probability, and then you will do it. Thanks for listening. Thanks, Nest here, for your support. I wish you a wonderful day, a great week, and I hope we see each other tomorrow again. And as always, have courage and be kind, and may the force of the rules be with you.